Hey guys, my name's Akari, and today we're going to be going over my thoughts and also other creators' thoughts on Hytale Early Access so far. But before we get into today's video, use code Akari when buying or upgrading Hytale editions. It means a lot to me and it really helps. Thank you guys for everyone that's used it. It means a lot. Now, back to the video. I think overall, Hytale is in a great shape for early access, but it could still be better. A major problem for me is the daggers themselves. They are just too good right now. Not only for movement, but for combat as well. And trust me, I've played a decent amount of Sky Wars already, and daggers just dominate the game. It's genuinely broken. And on top of that, I think farming and animal farming isn't too great right now. I really think they need to hurry up and do this because it is making a lot of cozy players not wanting to play. I know they mentioned it'll be fleshed out in the future. This and cooking will be as well. But right now, they're currently not too great, and I think they need to rework quickly. And talking about food itself becomes quite obsolete in the end game because all it does is give you regeneration, or maybe stamina regeneration. This isn't a bad thing, but right now, there's no individual buffs that give you an incentive to eat different foods. So right now, I'm quite literally just only eating meat in my game. But once again, it isn't all negatives. It just isn't. Hytale has amazing adventuring and dungeoning. It is actually just amazingly fun. Sure, in caves, you're gonna find repeated prefabs, but I think that's fine. This is early access. It never feels boring when I run into the same prefab. It just doesn't to me. But that's mostly because of those freaking chud toads.
I'm using the regular sword.
What is that?
I don't like what
I absolutely hate them. I think we all hate them. Let's make a hashtag freaking chud toads, please guys. That would be really funny. I also think the prefab builds are kind of great. I wish I could talk about building more, but I'm just not too good at building myself. So in a little while, we'll have a special guest that specializes in building because I'm just kind of bad at it. But overall, I do love Hytale and I think it does deserve your money. It is only $20 USD in America, so I do think it's quite cheap. And I think if you had the spare money, I would buy it. I love Hytale, and I'm so excited that it's here. It was worth a 7-year wait. I know that sounds insane, but it was. But with that, we're going to head on to our first special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey gang, my name is Broken Mini Fridge, but you can call me Fridge, and my very first impression of the state that Hytale is in right now is, wow, this game is so much better than what the developers warned us it would be. Leading up to launch, they kept reminding us that it'll be a buggy, broken mess with plenty of missing features. First of all, missing features are part of the charm of early access games. And second, sure, there's a couple of bugs here and there, but hardly anything game-breaking. I've already sunk 30 hours into this game, because I'm cripplingly addicted to it already, and not only have I not crashed a single time, but I've only had one game-breaking bug, and it was easy to revert to because the game automatically creates backup saves of your world for you. If I had to pick one aspect of the game to be my favorite right now, it'd be a difficult choice, but I think I'll go with the movement. It took a minute to get used to automatically walking up blocks, but it allows you to effortlessly sprint up inclines, and combine that with the ability to mantle, suddenly you're scaling mountains without a second thought. Being able to jump up 2 blocks instead of 1, and rolling when you hit the ground to reduce fall damage, are just icing on the cake. And don't even get me started on the weapon charge attacks and bee-hopping. Fully fledged parkour maps are gonna go crazy, just you wait.
I completely agree with Broken Mini Fish says, and thank you for coming out, Broken Mini Fish. It means a lot to me. Thank you, man. Now, on to our next special guest.
Hi everyone, my name is Stormy, and as you may know, I am a big fan of modding, and I am here to give my thoughts on Hytale's early access. So far, Hytale's early access has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying just exploring what the game has to offer, and always being surprised at what I'm finding that's new. Yes, there's been bugs and glitches, but that is to be expected. I mean, Hytale really is a true early access title after all. But so far, we have the bones of something truly special. Within 2 days of the game being out, there are already over 500 mods, minigame servers being created, and devs adding big features such as dinosaurs. Now, for me personally, I'm a huge fan of playing with mods, and seeing what people have already made and are planning to make in the future has me extremely excited. Like, again, to reiterate, Hytale is early access, and to see everything that's already possible is something special. Overall, I would give exploration, combat, movement, and just the community as a whole a 9, maybe even 10 out of 10. Building though, more like a 6 or 7 because I'm not really a builder, but I've heard from some builder friends that there is definitely room for improvement.
I mostly agree with Stormy said, and I'm also super excited to play multiplayer mods with him. It's just going to be really fun. Do go check out Stormy, he has a really good content and modding content coming soon. Now, on to our next guest.
Hey guys, I'm your favorite Lightning Man Chaser, and you may know that I'm a big combat and PvP nerd. I was asked to share my first impression on the state of Hytale, so I'll say this much. Hytale has always looked beautiful to me, and once I finally got in-game, I'm glad to know that that still applies. I have a concerning amount of hours put into this game. Hell, I streamed the game for 24 hours straight on launch day. But I have to say, I never got tired of looking at this game. The culmination of the crisp audio, lighting, and overall game design perfectly exceeded my extremely high expectation of Hytale. Of course, I knew there was going to be some cut content and that there were going to be bugs, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see how much content we already have in the game. The memory feature, which was Simon's idea by the way, absolute goat, is one of my favorite features in Hytale. I'm actually so glad there's some incentive to explore. Traveling the world already feels rewarding. I've already sunk probably well over 50 hours into Hytale with it only being out for 2.5 days, and have barely explored Zone 3 and Zone 4. I've had so much fun playing with friends that I've barely progressed in my own world. My favorite feature is either the combat or the Forgotten Temple of Gaia. I love lore, but there isn't enough of it right now, so combat takes the cake for me. I'm a big PvPer, so I can't wait to see how the mechanics evolve throughout the coming months and years. Hytale has so much potential, and since they're already pushing out daily patches and planning content updates, I don't think we have too much to worry about.
As a lore nerd as well, just like Chaser, and somewhat of a combat nerd, I can't wait to make content with him in the future, and I completely agree with all of his takes. If you want to go check him out, I do recommend doing so. I recommend checking out everyone that's in this video. Now on to our next special guest.
Hey guys, it's Chimkin Fingers. While I've not logged as many hours in Hytale yet as some of the other guys here, I've still been loving my time in the game. I absolutely love the way this game approaches multiplayer and modded multiplayer. It's extremely simple to join a friend's world, and even if your friends have mods on their world, it's still just as simple, and your game client will just download the mods as you join. And speaking of mods, the fact you can load mods based on your different worlds and they don't auto-apply to all your worlds is fantastic. This game already has such a great sense of community, and the ease with which you can play with friends just adds to that fact. A couple nitpicks I have that I know the team will eventually fix. Mobs currently just feel like vessels for you to kill and drop loot. There's really no taming mechanics or many mob interactions outside just a few specific mobs you can just trade with. I'd like to see the game really deepen the player to mob interactions you can have. Also, I'd like to see enemies have a larger loot pool, even having a rare chance at dropping their armor or weapons. So many cool armors and weapons in the game that the player will just never get to use because it's just for enemy NPCs. Those were just a few quick thoughts I've had during my time playing Hytale.
We love you, Chimkin. Thank you for coming out to the video. And you guys, please go check out Chimkin. He has a great series where he talked to 12 other Hytale creators, and he's honestly amazing. Please go check out Chimkin. Now on to the next special guest.
Hey everyone, my name is Cypress. I am a professional Hytale builder, and I am here to share my first thoughts on Hytale. First off, because I'm a builder, I think the creative mode could use some work. There is a lot of room for improvement, such as the ability to place certain blocks on others, improved iron bar and wall connection, a clear inventory button, some more block sets, and a lot more, but it does feel really smooth. As for the rest of the game, I think exploration mode is fantastic. The ambience of the game and the music transitions between the zones and different areas to the skybox and other parts of exploration mode make it one of the greatest qualities of the game. It greatly exceeded my expectations for Hytale going into it. Sure, there are still a lot of bugs, but none of them are game-breaking, and there's far less crashes than I anticipated there would be. Overall, I'm really enjoying the game so far, and really looking forward to seeing what they do with the game in the future, especially with Creative and World Gen V2.
That was the GOAT builder Cypress, and genuinely peak fiction. I agree with literally everything he says. I don't build, so I don't really know what he means, but I agree with him. He's pretty goated. Goated game. Check out Hytale. Use code Akari. Anyways, let's go on to the next guest.
Hi, my name is Layla Mao, and thank you so much, Akari, for having me in this video. So, my thoughts on Hytale. I have about 20 hours on the game, I think, and I've only played one world, and I have not played creative at all. And I can confidently say it feels like even in this very early stage of the game, it's made for me. As a kid that played Minecraft a ton, and as a teenager that wanted a little more than Minecraft and got really into Terraria, this is like, it's like the perfect middle ground for those two games. When we got that first initial trailer, that is kind of exactly what I thought the game was going to be. And even now when Simon says that, it's not to the par of where the trailer quite is yet, it's still really playable. And Simon did a really good job at making sure that we all knew in the community that this game is going to be buggy, but is in a playable, fun state. And it was. And I've played games on launch where they claim to be ready and complete, and they are actually unplayable. So already off to a super good start. I've pretty much completed the main progression of the game and can confidently say this is a solid 8.5 out of 10. Mostly any points that got knocked off for me is definitely because of bugs. I actually have a very bad one where my zone 4s aren't spawning any ores, so I had to get adamantite only from structures. It was really rough, but still had a good time doing it. And if a bug can affect me that hard in the game and I'm still enjoying it and having a good time, the game must be good. So yeah, as of right now, 8.5. Super good. Thanks again, Ikari.
No, thank you for coming out, Blade. It's always a pleasure speaking to you. And I do agree with his points. I would also be very upset if I had a bug that made it where Zone 4 didn't spawn any ore. So I'm glad you're enjoying the game, man. And with that, guys, that's our last guest. Thank you guys for watching this far, because this is a longer video than what I normally do. So thank you. And if you stuck around this far, please like and subscribe, because we'll have a whole bunch of more community-based content and yapping videos coming very soon. Next video should be about Hytale lore, or maybe my general thoughts on Hytale exploration mode, but we'll see. It's a toss-up between those two. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe. If you're buying Hytale, please use code Akari, and see you guys next time.